Hey, this is Jake from Switchaboo.com. Welcome to JoyPlay. Today we are going to be checking out To Be or Not To Be. As you can tell by the name, it is Shakespeare inspired. We kind of just got this code, like, out of nowhere. It kind of fell into our laps, so I'm going to be learning what this is along with you guys. So I'd like to, thank the publishers for, dropping us a code for this. So, yeah, let's check this out, shall we? I believe this is like a, well, as you could probably see with this prompt, it's probably like, very story heavy. So, let's check this out, shall we? Alright. Narration is on. Toggle narration anytime the options menu. Alright. Yeah, sure. Oh, wow. With that art, immediately all I can think of is like, a Tumblr webcomic, like in the best way possible, because let's face it, yeah, like there are some good things from Tumblr, but there's also some things from Tumblr.
William Shakespeare, 1564 AD to whenever he died, was well known for borrowing from existing literature when writing his plays. Romeo and Juliet is pretty much lifted entirely from Arthur Brooks' poem The Tragical History of Romeus and Juliet. Dude didn't even change the names. And as recent Shakespeare scholarship has established, the famed play William Shakespeare Presents Hamlet was lifted wholesale from the volume you are about to enjoy. To Be or Not To Be. To Be or Not To Be is both the earliest recorded example of the books as game genre, as well as the first instance ever in the then newish English language that was kicking around of an adventure being chosen by you, the reader. We've gone ahead and added illustrations, plus we've taken the liberty of marking with tiny York skulls the choices Shakespeare himself made when he plagiarized his book back in olden times.
Okay.
They're there in case you wish to put yourself in Shakespeare's shoes, reading this book as he did, stealing plot elements wholesale, and classing up the language as he/you went/go. However, that is not the only way to read this book. Feel free to explore your other options, as each time you read this book, you can go on a different adventure. Assuming you don't read the book like 3 quadrillion times, at which point the adventures will start to repeat, and they'll probably seem pretty familiar long before then anyway. Now, take yourself back to history, when ghosts walked the earth and nobody knew velociraptors were even a thing. Steel yourself to experience the magic of Shakespeare as it was meant to be experienced.
Alright, usually games like this, narration actually gives me a chance to, speak.
So you mark the pages you were just on, so you can always go back and make a different choice if you die for some dumb reason. To be or not to be, that is the adventure.
So yeah, you
Choose
can...
your character.
Alright.
Man, what if I just read the acknowledgements instead?
You done? Are you done? Alright, cool. So yeah, you can kind of tell this game's whole, comedic style right off the bat. It's like, hey, do you know Shakespeare actually plagiarized a lot of his stuff? Okay, so what do we got? Yeah, noted Shakespeare scholars. Choose your character. Man, what if I just read acknowledgements instead? Can't tell me what to do, smart guy. Just gonna keep reading. Alright, sure, I'll check out that.
Whoa, slow down there, cowboy. At the end of that last bit, you were supposed to make a choice, and then jump to the page that reflects that choice. Instead of following those instructions, you just kept reading what came next like this is an ordinary book. This book is crazy insane. How are you even acting like this is an ordinary book?
Alright, found a first end.
Without even
nice.
having chosen your character. The end. And your
Cool.
final score is maybe learn to read books better sometime. Out of 1,000.
Okay. Okie dokie.
Dude, that's not a very good score, I gotta say.
Okay, wait, I got this. Let me try this page turning thing again. Okay, so, yeah, it is set up as if it is a choose your own adventure, which, I actually like that, because, like, I've told people, like, I've explained to people, it's like, oh yeah, this game is like a choose your own adventure, yada yada yada, and, like, they get so upset when I say games with choices are like choose your own adventure books. So it's like nice to see one that is like so blatant about it. Alright, let's yeah, what if I read the acknowledgements instead?
No
no
book comes together without an author
Alright, there
feeling
we
like
go.
Fawn's in debt to someone. Thanks to
It took a
Metafilter
while,
for all
so
the
I
tricky
thought it
advice on
wasn't
how
going to show
dispose
up.
of a body and not get caught. Spoiler alert, there are murders in this book. They have a page just about this, did you know that? They're one of the top search results for how to dispose of a body. And I guess also thanks to the Canadian Security Intelligence Service for not getting me in trouble, yet. After I ran all those searches for how to dispose of a body, and I want to know how to get rid of a dead human body, and gross dead body, plus how to hide it. And what if I committed the murder act? How do I ditch the body and not go to jail? It's an emergency. Thanks also to Chef Michael Smith, Emily Horn, and William Shakespeare for the stew recipe. Spoiler alert, you can learn to make stew in this book too. It's not murders all the time. For the expansive knowledge of boats and the seas in which they sail. Spoiler alert, play your cards right in this book, and you just might gain command of a pirate ship. Just be cool. And for ripping me off and making this book so famous. But which thank you applies to which person? That is for you to decide. Yes, even here in this acknowledgement parenthetical, it's up to you to choose your own adventure. But I mean, come on, it's pretty obvious. Thanks to all my artist friends who drew all these pretty pictures in the book. You've made death into a visually stunning treat, and thanks to Chrissy Calhoun for copy editing this book and fixing all my dumb mistakes. Any that remain, I added in afterwards because of brain problems. Finally, thanks to Joey Comeau for his
relatable,
skills at chess,
I get it.
Ray Fox for his skills at Mad Libs, my extremely awesome wife Jen for being extremely awesome, and to my brother, Victor, who confirmed over walkie-talkie that the idea for this book was rad. And thanks to you for buying this book, or at least picking it up and flipping to this page. That took initiative. As a reward, you get to continue enjoying reading this book.
Go to the next bit? Okay, there we go. Wow.
Okay, I'm ready now.
They need to fix that.
No. I'd rather read more acknowledgements. You know what? I want to know more about the author before I commit to anything. You know what? I want to be the author
there we
before
go.
I commit to anything.
Choose my character, rather read more acknowledgements, know more about the author. Okay. We're just gonna go in circles if we keep going. Let's actually start the thing.
Congratulations, good work on that thing. Now,
Cool.
surprise! Babies are boring, so we're gonna jump ahead in time to a point where you're an adult, and you've already lived a bunch of your life. But I promise most of what we're skipping over was really dull. You ate a lot, and slept a lot, and made some friends, tears were shed, makeouts were totally had, etc. It was a bunch of high school stuff. The awesome stuff starts now. So, let's begin, my friend. Remind me again who you are. Are you Ophelia? She's an awesome lady in her late 20s with a calm, competent, and resourceful demeanor. She's got a +1 bonus to science, but she's also got a -1 weakness against water, so heads up.
Oof.
Hamlet? He's an emo teen in his early 30s. Also, he's the Prince of Denmark. Hamlet has a +1 resistance to magic, but there's no magic in this adventure, so this never gets mentioned again as of right now. Hamlet Sr.? He's the King of Denmark, 50 years old. He's super good at fighting and leading men into battle in naps. Let's say +1 to each?
Oh,
Look,
+1 in
bottom
naps?
line,
Nice.
He's an unstoppable machine of death, and should you choose to be him, you may experience kingly glory. Play as Ophelia.
No, I want to play as Hamlet Senior.
Play as Hamlet Sr.
That
You are
sounds
King
rad.
Hamlet.
Dude, +1
All
in
of Denmark
naps?
is under your command. Everything's going
I'm gonna
so great
min-max
for you.
this.
At present, you are in Norway, where just this afternoon, you led Denmark's forces to an astounding victory during which you personally killed the Norwegian king. Stabbed him right
Cool.
through the head, you did. His eye
Nice.
popped out and rolled on the ground, and then you stepped on it.
Gross.
Whoa. Your ass is bad. You are a badass. You decide after a day of being good at fighting, you should have a nap. You've earned it.
Hey, I
You
do
settle
have a
down
+1 in
orchard for
naps.
Some nappy times. During your delightful rest, your brother pours some poison in your ear, and you die. Surprise! You didn't know poisons work that way. Wow. You've barely made one choice so far, and you're dead already.
Man,
Way to
I'm
go,
bad at
champ.
this.
You're really good at books, huh? It's just a stellar job you're doing here, Chuckles. The end. Okay, fine. I feel sorry for you. Here's a choice that you can choose.
Oh, I'm gonna be the
Become-
ghost of King Hamlet Senior.
Good news. The afterlife exists, and it's full of ghosts. You know this because you're now one of them. You
Sick.
get to spend all your time slamming doors, rattling chains, and telling on the person who killed you. But here's the thing. I, the author, told you, the reader, that your brother poured poison in your ear while you nap. But you, as Hamlet Sr., have no idea how you died. You slept through the whole thing, so you need to figure out who killed you if you're going to revenge yourself on your murderer, assuming you even were murdered. Because remember that, for all you know, you could have died of a heart attack. This is an example of dramatic irony. Only since we're in the second person, it's an amazing example of an entirely new species of dramatic irony. Something I'm going to call second-person pronoun paradoxical autodramatic irony. You are now aware of information that you're not aware of. This should be fun. Except that you died of a heart attack. Listen in on people's conversations and see if
they
any
really
of them talk
need
about
to
how they totally killed you.
like have the UI actually keep up with the narrator. It's kind of annoying. I'm gonna listen in on people's conversations.
You hang around Norway for a bit, trying to listen in on what people are saying, but they're all speaking Norwegian. You only speak Danish, so understanding Norwegian is a little difficult. It all sounds like Swedish to you, which actually makes a lot of sense, since Danish, Norwegian, and Swedish are all related North Germanic languages, descended from early linguistic differentiation between regular Germanic speakers and North Germanic speakers around 200 AD. You nod your head, agreeing that all of this is both accurate and extremely interesting. While these three languages are generally supposed to be mutually intelligible, you find you can understand Norwegian speakers only if you're concentrating, which you are, and if they're speaking slowly and clearly, which they're not, as everyone is running around upset about war, and all these kings getting killed.
Yeah, understandable.
Norwegian speakers can understand Danish easier than Danish speakers understand Norwegian, but that doesn't help you much. That would only be useful if you were playing as a Norwegian king, whose ghost is stowed away on your army's boat headed back to Denmark. But I haven't given you that option, even though it would be extremely awesome.
Then
if you're
how come
what
you
happens
didn't?
to this vengeful ghost king, I can tell you only this. The answer exists in your imagination. But here's the good news. It turns out written Danish
I'm not
and
good
written
with that
Norwegian
thing.
are actually pretty similar. So you spend the next several nights haunting people, quietly reading their diaries while they sleep peacefully in their beds. And you don't know this, but ghosts do this all the time. Ghosts just love sneaking a peek at the secrets of the living. It takes a while, but you finally find the diary.
Why does she have a
who wrote
gun?
On the day you died.
Why does
she
she
was
have a
wandering by
Tommy
garden,
gun?
minding her
Okay.
own business, when she saw some Danish guy pour something in some other Danish guy's ear. Hey, that sounds like what could have happened to you. But remember, you don't know that's exactly what happened to you because of the new irony we invented. Wake up this person
That
and
damn
ask her about
irony.
it. Wake up this person and hold up a piece of paper where you've written down a question asking her about it.
That one sounds dumber, so I'm gonna take it.
You grab a piece of paper and write down the words, "Hey, I'm not here to kill you. I just want to know about that murder you maybe witnessed." But in Danish, of course. Haha. You gently shake the woman awake while holding the piece of paper up in front of her. She's freaked out initially. She was just woken up by a ghostly apparition from beyond the grave.
A
But once she reads your
ghost!
note, she looks at you suspiciously and says, "For real?"
Yeah, for
You flip
real.
over the paper and write, "Yeah, I'm the guy that got killed maybe. And I guess I want to revenge my death or whatever. But please speak slowly as Norwegian is not my native language. I'm from Denmark." "Oh," the woman says in Danish. "I speak Danish too." "Kick ass," you reply. She tells you what she saw and gives you a physical description of the guy. Unfortunately, the man answering to her description could only be one person. Your brother, Claudius. Congratulations,
Oh,
my
that
kid.
Don Claudius.
You now know what you know, so that whole second-person pronoun paradoxical autodramatic irony thing has been slain. You've been
Yay!
awarded 500 experience points. Plus, you've unlocked a new quest. Revenge yourself on Claudius.
Oh, do
You're
I get to
feeling
level
pretty
up?
chuffed about this whole situation. Okay, let's revenge your death. Your murderer is getting away with it in Denmark.
You can tell that this
Swim
is,
back
you
to
know,
Denmark.
an Australian-made game
Wait
because
for
of the
the
word
next boat
chuff.
back to Denmark.
I'm gonna... Can a ghost even swim? Let's see if a ghost can swim.
It's like 200 kilometers between the two nations. You know that, right?
Yeah, but I'm a
Apparently
ghost,
not.
though.
So you start to swim back to Denmark. But it's a lot of work to keep your body corporeal so that you can swim. So eventually you get tired and stop. For a while, you float above the water, but that gets boring. So for most of the journey, you float down to the ocean floor and travel along it. Hey, there's a sunken pirate ship here. Hey,
Oh,
there
nice.
might be treasure in it. Examine pirate ship.
I'm gonna examine the pirate ship.
Ignore
Oh
it.
yeah.
Just arrive in Denmark.
No, I want the pirate ship.
Man, it's awesome. And it's so cool to be an underwater explorer who doesn't need to breathe. I mean, it's kinda hard to see things without a light source, but your ghostly body glows a little when you want it to, so it's not bad. The pirate ship itself seems recently sunk. There are bodies trapped below decks, and yeah, that's unpleasant. The ocean bacteria haven't really started decomposing them yet. Bodies, man. Being corporeal, man. I don't know. You find
Yeah, in
the treasure
retrospect,
room,
being
and it's
corporeal
empty.
kind of sucks.
It seems like the ship was attacked, raided, and then sunk. Somewhere up above your head, sailing on the surface of the great ocean Atlantic, is a really tough pirate ship that's just looking for treasure and/or trouble. Too bad you're already dead, huh? But even if
but I
you
could
were
haunt
alive,
it, though.
what does a ghost need with money anyway? So I guess this has kind of been a pointless but still awesome endeavor. You explored the ocean bottom and found a sunken ship. Don't let anyone tell you that's not awesome. Okay, after several more days of very slow travel that we just skipped over because it got boring, you're back on Denmark shores. Arrive in Denmark. You know what? Go back and explore the ocean some more. The ocean rules.
The ocean is pretty cool, but I want to, avenge
You
my
make it back
death
to
and
Denmark.
whatever.
The first thing you want to do is track down your brother to take revenge. Turns out, that's really easy because he's in the first place you check. The royal court. He's
How
in with your
convenient.
widow, Gertrude. Weird. They're acting all close and stuff. Oh well, he's probably just trying to comfort her after your untimely death. Ha! Brothers are really great. Though,
Yeah.
maybe not. Listen in on what they're saying. Ignore what they're saying. I'm certain there's nothing untoward going on.
He may have, murdered me, but he seems like a nice guy. Let's listen.
Hey, Gertrude.
Says Claudius.
I sure am happy that we married each other, even if it was so soon after your first husband died under mysterious circumstances.
Whoa, that certainly was, in terms of exposition, a very efficient sentence. You decide instantly that your initial revenge plan, haunt a mirror so that instead of Claudius's reflection, he sees you, and then you mirror his movements, so he's not really sure what's going on, is needlessly complex and stupid. Dude killed you and married your widow. Since you are from olden times, you have an extremely old-fashioned sense of ownership over female sexuality, so this really gets stuck in your craw. Instead of spooking Claudius,
Damn
you
those
decide
olden
to
times.
kill Claudius, complete the quest. Get your son to kill Claudius instead.
I'm gonna kill Claudius as a ghost.
This is awesome, and it's going to go great, because who better to know how to kill someone than someone who has recently been through that getting killed to death process themselves. You wait until Claudius is sleeping, next to your beloved Gertrude for some reason. Huh,
Oof.
that's weird. Then wake him up by tapping him on the forehead a bit.
Hey, it's me,
You whisper.
your brother, the one you murdered.
Ah, crap.
Claudius whispers back.
Ghosts are real?
Real pissed at you.
Man, this is
and
kind of annoying, because
you reply,
sometimes the
"Listen,
UI is
I'll cut to
actually,
the
like,
chase.
either
We
too
are from a
fast or
time
too
where an
slow
eye
for
an eye is
the,
considered to be a good thing
narrator.
to build a justice system around. So I am here to kill you.
How?
Claudius asks, his eyes wide, terrified.
Oh, geez. So many ways.
You say, counting them off on your fingers.
I could startle you and make you have a heart attack, but that takes time. I could throw a pot at your head until you die, but that lacks grace. Instead, check this out.
You move your ghost body so it's floating right above Claudius. He stares at you, his eyes wide.
I'm sorry.
He whispers.
Way too late for that.
You reply. You lower yourself to him, face to face, and keep going. His face dominates your field of vision, and then you're inside his skull, inside the pink of his brain, his blood
Ew.
darkly obscuring your sight. You sink slowly deeper and deeper into him, lining up your ghost body with his regular body, until you are just about occupying exactly the same space. Then you make yourself corporeal.
Oh, then he
What
explodes.
happens next happens so quickly and with such force that it's hard to describe. But Claudius explodes everywhere, captures most of it.
Nice.
I mean, you're fine. But man, is this disgusting. Literally disgusting. Gertrude wakes up, dripping in gore, screaming. You, my friend, have achieved revenge. You roll
Nice.
over onto your back and apologize to Gertrude. You explain over her screams what happened, and you tell her that you still love her, even though she married your brother mere weeks after you died. but you can't be with her anymore.
Kind
you
of a
say.
dick move,
You tell
though.
her you need to go find your own path,
Sorry about the bad.
you say, floating up through the roof. You spend the rest of the afterlife acting as an immortal judge from beyond the grave, exploding those who have committed the most egregious crimes, merely blowing the hands off those who have been awful people, but still, you feel, deserve a second chance. People whisper your name in fear. Criminals are a cowardly, superstitious lot after all, and it works out
They
pretty
sure
good
are.
for you. You do a lot of good work for a lot of people, and yep, it turns out that blowing up bad guys never does get old. The end.
Nice. That's cool. Time for the Hemlock meter. Okay. Love Lorne. Love Lorne. Not to be. I don't know what that means. And that's the end of the game. Okay, poisons misused 1. Choices made 15. Times you were 0. Times you were not 1. Oh god, okay. Oh, that's fun. That was fun. So, hey, there's one ending, and I'm sure there's like a million other endings this game has as well, but you know, if we're gonna be here all day if we do that, why not go check it out yourself? So yeah, that is To Be or Not To Be. The writing is very charming in, you know, like how I said earlier, it's like very Tumblr comic-esque. It does seem to have like that kind of style of comedy as well, which is, it's kind of nice. I really do like that. I really do like that. Oh boy. So guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you'd like more of our stuff, please, you know, like, subscribe, all of that stuff, that helps. And if you'd like to help us out even further, we do have a Patreon.